I've had so much pain relief. It's amazing. I feel so much better. My headaches have reduced. And along with Dr. Shane's help, I have improved so much. I'm so happy. I found out about sports performance and stem cell recovery experts on Instagram, actually. I think it was CPI had linked a sports performance video with Dr. Chris Garcia. I saw him, and so I started looking into it and what you guys were all about. So even before we went to CPI, I had already signed up for the webinar. I'm like, I need to know what to do afterwards. Nobody around here knows anything about stem cells. We're in a small community. Yeah. We have limited physiotherapy resources, let alone anyone who is an expert with stem cell recovery. So I was really happy to find someone who could help do this afterwards, because I had no idea what to expect afterwards or how any of that went. I was in a car accident in 2017. As a result of that, I have brain injury, whiplash. I wasn't able to work. I had constant pain, headaches, fatigue, brain fog. There's so many more other things that I can't remember right now. But my husband and I thought if I could even get a 10% improvement, it would be worth every penny. And we went to CPI, and I found out I had 5 out of 7 bulging discs in my cervical spine, and I had 3 of them injected on our first visit, and I have had such an improvement in pain and improvement in my daily activities, my sleep. It was so worth it. I feel really good. At first, I had no idea what was involved after. Like, you hear so much leading up to stem cells, and you're going to go there, you're going to get them. But then I saw some videos on Instagram, like I said, with Dr. Chris Garcia, and I thought, I think we need to do something afterwards to make these, you made an investment, or I made an investment in my health. Now that investment has to grow. So finding out how to do that was so important. So I looked into sports performance and stem cell recovery experts. There's a free webinar. Then there was a discovery call, and I knew this was going to be great. I could do it online. I didn't have to travel. We're in a remote community. It was just exactly what we needed.
I love it.
Nope, I just had such a good feeling. Like I said, I looked it up, and then CPI had links to sports performance, and I thought, okay, I think I've chosen the right stem cell provider.
Yeah.
And if that provider is recommending or providing exposure to this stem cell recovery place, automatically I thought that's going to be the best one. So I didn't even look any further. Like I said, we had just made this big investment in our health. It's a financial investment, and it's a longevity to invest in myself. And I didn't want it to just kind of sit there and I wanted the maximum recovery possible. And I knew that I needed help to get there. That's right. I think we had our first appointment with Dr. Shane the week after we returned from CPI, and I said, am I here too early? And he said, no, the right time to start is now. As soon as you get home. So then I knew what to expect. It was perfect. I knew what to expect. I knew when to expect it. It just laid it all out. Like, I had researched stem cells for maybe a year before committing to the procedure. So having that aftercare, it just extended it all perfectly. I've been able to start getting my health back. I've been able to move gradually, pain-free. And if I run into headaches or pain or fatigue, I know when to back down. I know when to push a little bit. I know if I feel like I'm not doing the movement quite right, we go over it in our appointments on Zoom. And there was one where I kind of pulled a muscle and he's like, okay, well, your leg is a little bit out. So he showed me to pull your knee a little bit more in and fixed it right then. Wow. You know, it's being a virtual client is awesome. Like I don't feel like I'm not missing anything. I don't need the hands-on like you do if you have a broken leg or you're going to surgery. I get everything that I need through our Zoom appointments. What I like the most, I like Dr. Shane.
We like him too. He's pretty great. Yeah.
He's so caring. Even from the beginning, he talked about treating the whole person, all of me, not just my injury, not just what I had injected with stem cells. Yeah. It was a whole body recovery plan, and he nailed it. I told him what my goals were. He's helped me get back in there. I even had a setback with a surgery I couldn't avoid, and he helped me prep for that and get me back on track with my stem cell recovery. Just the kind, compassionate care. It's been wonderful. Yeah, I really appreciate him. 100%. I feel like I'm head and shoulders above anyone else who got stem cells at the same time I did. I feel like I had way less flare-ups, much better guided care, less injury, less... I healed faster when I followed my plan with stem cell recovery experts. I was sharing this business. I was sharing it, was telling everybody. They weren't listening. And then they were complaining that their shoulders hurt or they couldn't go up the stairs because their knees hurt. Like, why aren't you going to the free webinar? I linked it. I sent it to everyone repeatedly. But they didn't listen. I could lead them right to it, but they wouldn't log in. And I think one other woman from my cohort, 3 other women from my cohort are clients of stem cell recovery experts. But I know that my being a client has helped my recovery so much more than if I tried to do it myself. Like I said, we're in a small town. The physiotherapists here aren't knowledgeable on stem cells. I myself, I'm not knowledgeable on the recovery. I needed help to find out what to do, when to do it, how often. So I'm head and shoulders above. I would say it's like helping your investment grow to maximize your investment. Why wouldn't you add a little bit more to get exponential growth in your recovery, to help your health go that extra mile? Don't you want to be the top of the class?
I love that.
I felt so cool when I was going back to CPI. I'm like, yeah, I went to stem cell recovery experts, didn't you?
I love that. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yes, it's an investment, but you've already invested that chunk already. You've already made the big investment. This is the little extra investment, this add-on that can just make it so much better. Yes. Every person I've ever talked to on the phone, by email, by text, on a Zoom meeting, in a webinar, every part of your whole team is kind, courteous, very quick to reply. You guys are all great. You're great.
Hi. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for my weekly tips on recovering safely to create long-lasting results after stem cell therapy. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.